Reselling has changed me, and if you start reselling, it will probably change you too. Hi, my name is Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. I'm a reselling homeschooling mom that flips things on eBay and Etsy to help support my family. And in this video, I wanted to share what kinds of ways becoming a reseller has changed my life. If you're a reseller, then leave a comment. Let me know what is some way that reselling has changed your life. Perhaps you're watching this video because you're a reseller and you're wondering if you have had the same kinds of changes in your life, or you're considering reselling and you're wondering what kinds of changes could reselling possibly make in someone's life. Let me tell you, they've been huge. Without getting into too much detail about how I started reselling, I used to teach public school. And when I stopped to stay home with my children, I wanted to have some extra money, and so I started reselling online. This was just to have a little bit of extra money because I was always raised not to ask for money, to always have my own and be able to take care of myself. So because I was raised that way, I felt very uncomfortable asking for anything. So I started reselling online just to have extra money if I wanted to go to Starbucks or spend money without really having to worry about it. So one way that reselling changed me is that I started learning more about myself. This came in very strange ways. It made me take a look at things that I was taking personally that perhaps buyers would say, or questions, or it also came into part of being on YouTube. It made me learn more about things that I was taking personally and kind of take a look at why. It made sense in my life when people I knew said things. For whatever reason, I would internalize that. But suddenly when it was coming from people I didn't even know, or when negative things were said from people I didn't even know, it was almost like a light bulb moment. And realizing that not only does what they say about me doesn't really matter, but even if it's people in my life, like, there's always haters or mean girls or whatever, that spread rumors, or you just have to learn to take it in stride and be like, I have no control over what you're saying. I know what I know. I know what's true from my perspective. And yeah, so just learning more about myself in that way was very eye-opening. And it's weird that reselling would bring that about, but it really did. So second is financial independence. I was able to take what I was doing, reselling, and not only make enough money to get a coffee, but suddenly I was able to, one year, pay for our family vacation that summer. And it slowly became a bigger and bigger part of our financial independence at home, to where I was able to roll this into actually my next one, which is personal independence. So while I started just making extra money, it enabled me to leave a marriage that perhaps I wouldn't have been able to do prior to that. If I didn't have an income, it would have been very hard for me to get divorced, because in reality I would have had to go out into the workforce again and try to get a job. My kids wouldn't be homeschooled anymore, which was really important to us. And so it really changed and opened that door for me when the time came and I needed to make that split, that I wasn't held down or tied into a situation that I needed to get out of. So having that financial freedom leading to personal freedom. Now again, I share all of this because if I can do it, and if it makes these kinds of changes for me, it could also make changes in your life as well. So the next thing that reselling did for me was it made me more self-confident. Not only with the types of things people say about you and just taking things in stride, but there's something to be said for doing things on your own. There's something to be said for being able to tell people that now you're a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur, which for a long time was really hard for me to say. And it kind of also rolls into me because I started talking about what I was doing, not only with reselling, but, YouTube and other things. I wanted to present myself differently because I didn't always take the best care of myself as far as fixing my hair, maybe putting on a little makeup, making myself look nice. I didn't do that as much before, and you could probably see it in some of my earlier videos that I just didn't. I didn't care. I mean, I still don't. I'm not crazy about, like, I have to have fancy schmancy clothes or things like that, but I do tend to try to look a bit nicer. I do take a bit more care about my appearance, especially if I know I'm going to be talking to someone about what I do for a living. And so that kind of changed for me. It gave me more self-confidence. It gave me just a bigger belief in myself and how I wanted to present myself to the world. The fifth thing that reselling has changed for me might be a bit surprising because I've always felt like I can do this, but it really helped me learn that I am a capable person. I can figure things out, and reselling was just another thing that I could figure out. I didn't go into it, I'm still not perfect at it, but I didn't go into it being this really great reseller. I'm not a really great reseller still. There's always room for improvement, but I jumped in. And I started looking at areas where I needed to improve. Okay, I have to figure out how to take better pictures. I started researching and learning and, okay, I got that down. Now I got to figure this out. So I was constantly building and learning and knowing I can do this. And so while that helped me in that area, it also helped me in my private life as well. When things fall apart or when things break or, knowing like, oh, I figured out all these other things. Okay, I can figure this out too. So just having that confidence and knowing that I'm a capable person, I can do hard things. The next thing that reselling has changed for me is the desire to help people. I started my YouTube channel after I started reselling because I wanted to share what I was doing. I didn't know anybody in my personal life that did this. And so it was really hard for me because I had no one to share with. I was so excited about the kinds of profits I was making, about the things I was finding at garage sales, thrift stores, and taking that and reselling it and making money. It made me really excited. And I didn't have anyone to share with. And apparently I'm a big sharer. I guess that teacher streak runs deep in me. And so I started my channel because I thought if I can do this, anybody can do this. And I wanted to share as much as I could because there's something about being empowered to do better for yourself. And there's something about helping people get on their feet. It's I don't know. It's something I feel very strongly about. And if you're a dude watching, sorry, but there are so many women that are in rough situations that need some way out, even if it's just making a little money on the side or it snowballs and you never know where it's going to take you in the future. Right now, it might just be an extra $20, $30, $50 a week or something. And then later, it's something that is so enabling. So that was huge for me to be able to share and hopefully enable someone else to be able to make their own money and improve their life. I talked a little bit about this next one, but being able to take criticism and not take it personally, that has been really huge. I'm a very emotional person, whether my ups and highs are happy or if I get upset, I'm a crier. I'm a mad crier, so if I get mad about something, I cry. I used to be way, way worse about taking things personally. And if YouTube and reselling has done nothing, it has helped me not take things personally, both from random people on the internet and from people in my personal life. I'm able to take things with stride a little. Yeah, of course, everyone gets their feelings hurt, but I'm able to try to take the me out of the situation and realize that a lot of times when people are being ugly or spreading rumors, and it still happens, I try not to focus on it too much because you have no control over what other people say and do. And eventually, I always hope, people will wise up to it and people will realize what others are saying is just nonsense because that's their MO. Or on the other hand, like if they were really my friend or they really liked me, they wouldn't believe that anyway. Like there's no way they would believe that. So it's really helped me become thicker skinned. And then also the next thing about reselling that has changed me is learning how to take failure in stride and mistakes. Early on, if I had made a mistake in my shipping or my reselling, or I didn't do something right, I would agonize over it. It would really get me upset. Or if I sold something and then I forgot to take it down and it sold again, it would just eat me up. Now it's like, it happens. You gain a lot more forgiveness with yourself. You start feeling like, you know what, I'm human. These things happen. It was not intentional. It's, so you're able to be a little more graceful with yourself, or I have been. And so when these things happen, you just do the right thing. You apologize to whoever, or if it's yourself and you make a mistake, you just say, look, I made this mistake and I've learned from it and we're going to move forward and not make that mistake again. It's been so freeing, creates a sense of lightness that I hope you can gain that too. So if you're a reseller, then leave a comment. Let me know what is some way that reselling has changed your life. Let's get each other psyched about, these. It seems maybe fruity and silly, but truly, it can change your life. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.